Okay, we're back here. So we've got a triangle, a little slope problem here. Let's see what we got. We have a triangle or a line going through. They give us a couple points. They tell us the slope of the line is -2. And it's just looking for the y-intercept. Nice enough to give us some answers here. So see what you can do with this one. We'll pause the video again. We'll come back and we will solve it. Alright. So, pretty classic stuff here. Pretty straightforward. No trickery, really. The one mistake kids will make here, what do I think they're going to do? They're going to say, oh, well, let's see, it's 0, 4. That looks like it's 4. That's probably 8. They'll circle 8. In a worst case scenario, maybe, but seems a little too obvious to me. Why don't we actually do some work and see here? So, you have to know, we've got to know this. I mean, I think everyone knows this by now, right? M is the slope. What's B? B is the y-intercept, right? So we know that's true. We also know this little formula. Everyone should know slope is rise over run, right? It's just the difference in the y-coordinates divided by the difference in the x-coordinates. So you can solve this one actually both ways. So we look at the picture, and you're always sort of like a detective. Why would they put the 3, 0 here? Why would they put the 0, 4 here? Probably to allow us to get this point here, which we could say is what? The x is 3, and the y is 4. So we know that. Now typically if we're going to do it, we'll do it both ways. We're going to try and solve it. We'll use this formula first. You determine for yourself what you think is easier. Well, you're going to need 2 points, right? Well, we only have 1. We have 3, 4. And we don't really know that, I don't think. Well, we're looking for the y-intercept, so it sort of makes sense to look at this thing. Well, all we really know is the x-coordinate is 0. We'll just call the y-coordinate, we'll just call it t for whatever reason. We don't really know what that is. But what we do know what the slope is. The slope is -2, so what I'm going to do is just pop those 2 coordinates into my slope equation. So I'm going to do y2, we'll call that 4, y1 is t, x2 is 3 minus 0, so that's just going to give me 3. Right? And that would give me the slope, which they told us kindly was -2. From there we can just do a little algebra and we should be able to get it. We can multiply the 3 out to the other side, we would get that. Subtract the 4, so -t is -10, which certainly leaves us with t is 10, so that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is you could just use this thing, right? So they gave us the slope again, so I'm just going to put that in for m. So it's -2x plus b. And if we can get that, right, that's the y-intercept, we have it. Some kids might opt for point slope form, really. It's whatever floats your boat. I think this is a little bit easier. All you really have to do now is figure out an x and a y that lie on the line, plug it in, and just solve for b. Well, there's 3, 4, right? The x-coordinate's 3, the y-coordinate's 4. Let's just pop them in here. And this is actually probably a little bit easier, but whatever you think is easiest, you do that. And then I add the 6, and I get the y-intercept to be 10 yet again.